Part 1. The Invisible Threshold. Entering the realm of inner sight, there is a moment in every seeker's journey when the world begins to feel like a puzzle with missing pieces. The colors seem flatter, the conversations more hollow, and no matter how much we achieve or consume, something within us remains hungry for something deeper, something ancient. That hunger is not madness. It is the call of the third eye, the seat of inner knowing, the gateway to higher vision. Many think of the third eye as a mystical concept, but it is not fantasy. It is an organ of perception, one that responds not to logic, but to frequency. You may have heard whispers of the third eye in sacred texts, in metaphysical books, or in the voice of someone who has seen beyond the veil. But the third eye does not open with force. It doesn't respond to desire alone. It opens in response to alignment, when your inner frequency shifts from the mundane to the mystical. And these shifts are not random. They are precise, intentional, and deeply tied to how you live, how you think, how you feel, and how you choose to see yourself and the world around you. The first frequency shift is from egoic identity to soul awareness. Most of us live our lives clinging to an identity that was given to us by our culture, our family, our fears. We say, I am this, I am this, I am this. But those are masks. The third eye cannot see through illusion if you are still invested in being the illusion. When we begin to question who we truly are beyond our name, title, and story, a crack forms in the shell of ego. That crack is not a breakdown, it is a breakthrough. Ask yourself, who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when you are not trying to be liked, respected, or understood? When we shift our frequency from ego to essence, the third eye begins to stir. It senses that we are no longer married to the physical as the only reality. We start to feel the presence of something deeper guiding us, nudging us, whispering truths we can't explain. This shift requires humility. It requires surrender. It requires letting go of proving and performing and instead stepping into pure presence. The second frequency shift is from mental noise to inner stillness. The modern mind is a storm, constant thoughts, endless judgment, compulsive analysis. This chaos creates static, and static is the enemy of subtle perception. The third eye is not loud. It is not dramatic. It speaks in silence. It reveals in stillness. And unless we train ourselves to become silent within, we will miss its messages entirely. This is why meditation is not optional. It is essential. But not meditation as performance. Not meditation as another task to conquer. True meditation is a surrender, a dissolving of identity, a quieting of the self until only awareness remains. In that sacred space, the third eye awakens. At first, it may be subtle, a flicker, a sense, a color behind your eyelids. But as stillness deepens, so does your vision. The world begins to glimmer with meaning. You begin to see the patterns, the synchronicities, the invisible strings pulling the visible world.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound insights.
The third frequency shift is from fear-based perception to love-based awareness. Fear narrows our vision. It makes us see only threats, only separation, only survival. Love expands us. It connects us. It dissolves the illusion of me versus them. When we live in fear, our energy contracts. Our pineal gland, the physical correlate of the third eye, calcifies, both literally and metaphorically. But when we begin to see through the eyes of love, our frequency rises. Our heart and third eye start to work in harmony. Love-based awareness doesn't mean naivety. It means seeing clearly and compassionately. It means recognizing darkness but not being consumed by it. It means choosing to believe that underneath all masks, all wounds, all projections, is a being longing to return to wholeness. When we shift into this frequency, the third eye opens like a flower. It is no longer protecting us from the world. It is guiding us through the world with grace. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and seen their soul, even for a second? That moment was your third eye peeking through. It saw not the form, but the essence. It saw the divine disguised as the human, and you felt something ancient stir within you. That is the power of love-based sight. It is the vision that heals. The fourth frequency shift is from information to intuition. We are drowning in information books, podcasts, videos, theories, but very little of it becomes wisdom. Why? Because wisdom is not absorbed. It is remembered, and it is remembered through intuition. Intuition is the language of the third eye. It does not speak in words. It speaks in knowing, in symbols, in energy. When we over-rely on logic, the third eye closes, not because logic is bad, but because logic alone cannot perceive the invisible. Intuition requires trust. It requires stepping into the unknown with a sense of reverence, like walking into a temple blindfolded and knowing you are still safe. When you begin to value your inner knowing more than external opinions, your frequency shifts. You begin to feel guided, not just informed. You begin to sense truth instead of just analyzing it. And here's something profound. Your intuition is always speaking to you, right now. It may be subtle. It may be buried beneath doubt, but it's there. The question is, are you listening? Or are you still looking for answers where your soul already whispered the truth? Finally, the fifth frequency shift is from linear time to eternal presence. Most of us are trapped in time, regretting the past, fearing the future, missing the now. But the third eye exists outside of time. It sees the whole, not the sequence. It perceives life as a tapestry, not a timeline. And when you shift into presence, truly be here, something miraculous happens. The veil begins to thin. The boundary between dimensions softens. You begin to see beyond what can be seen. Presence is not just a spiritual concept, it is a vibrational state. It is the frequency of now. And the now is where all spiritual power resides. When we are fully present, we are available to receive downloads, insights, visions. The universe becomes a mirror, reflecting exactly what we need to see. The third eye becomes not just a lens but a portal, a way of touching the infinite while still walking in the finite. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you were truly present, not thinking about what's next, not replaying what was, but fully, deeply here? That moment is where the third eye lives, not in the past, not in the future, but right here, pulsing like a subtle light behind your forehead, waiting for you to notice. These 5 frequency shifts are not theories. They are thresholds. Each one is a choice, a practice, a portal. And together they create the conditions for third eye activation, not as a trick, not as a party trick, but as a profound opening into truth. When your vision shifts from outer to inner, from noise to stillness, from fear to love, from data to intuition, from time to presence, you don't just see differently, you become different. And what happens when the third eye opens? That's where the real mystery begins. But you must be ready, because when you truly see, you can never unsee. When illusion fades, responsibility rises. You begin to live not just for yourself, but as a vessel for something higher. You become the bridge between heaven and earth, between seen and unseen, between what is and what could be. Do you feel it now? That stirring, that remembering, that silent knowing that there's more to this life than what your eyes have shown you? Part 2. the eye between worlds, awakening the inner seer. When the veil begins to thin, we do not always welcome it. The first thing we often feel is discomfort, a sense of disorientation. This is because you are starting to see things not as they appear, but as they are. The third eye, once stirred, does not wait for your comfort. It pulls you into clarity. Clarity about yourself, your past, your relationships, your purpose. And clarity, though beautiful, is also terrifying when you've lived your life in illusions that made you feel safe. As your frequency begins to rise, you'll notice the world reacting differently to you. People may feel unsettled in your presence, not because you were doing anything wrong, but because your energy now reflects what they are avoiding in themselves. You may feel more alone, but you are not abandoned. You are being recalibrated. The third eye demands solitude, not as punishment, but as preparation. It is in that sacred silence that the deeper downloads come. The ancient memories surface. The inner compass begins to point toward true north. One of the first signs of this activation is an increased sensitivity to energy. You start to feel the emotions of others, the vibration of a room, the truth behind someone's words. This is not imagination, it is perception. You are tuning into the energetic field that has always been there, but was once filtered out by the noise of the lower self. And as you begin to live in this heightened state, you are faced with a question far more important than what do I see? The real question becomes, what am I willing to see? Are you willing to see the truth about the people you love, even if it breaks your heart? Are you willing to see your own patterns, your own shadow, your own role in the pain you carry? The third eye does not flatter the ego. It liberates the soul, and liberation often begins with a reckoning, a deep confrontation with all the ways you've betrayed your own knowing just to feel safe, accepted, or loved. This is why many turn back. They get a glimpse of the truth, and it's too much, too raw, too real. But if you stay, if you keep going, you will begin to experience a deeper kind of vision, not just seeing with your eyes closed, but understanding reality with your whole being. You will begin to see symbols in everything. The way the wind moves the trees, the way numbers repeat, the way your dreams speak in riddles. This symbolic vision is the language of the third eye. It doesn't speak in linear logic. It speaks in synchronicity, in archetypes, in metaphor. And if you're only looking for clear answers, you'll miss the wisdom. The third eye doesn't tell you what to do, it shows you what is, and invites you to choose from a place beyond fear. This is the frequency of the mystic, the seer, the awakened one who walks among the sleeping not with arrogance, but with compassion. As you integrate these frequency shifts, your pineal gland, the physical anchor of the third eye, begins to detoxify. You may feel pressure between your eyebrows. You may have vivid dreams, spontaneous flashes of insight, or even moments of disorientation. These are not symptoms of madness. They are signs of expansion. Your nervous system is learning to hold more light, more truth, more connection to the unseen field of intelligence that we call spirit. But with this expansion comes responsibility. Because once you can see, you can no longer pretend not to. You cannot unsee the manipulation in the media, the energetic imbalance in your relationships, the ways you've betrayed your own voice. And this leads to one of the most powerful transformations, the shift from external guidance to internal sovereignty. You stop outsourcing your authority. You stop giving your power away to gurus, systems, or traditions that no longer resonate. You begin to trust you. And trusting yourself is the most radical spiritual act, because it means you are willing to walk alone for a while. It means you are willing to be misunderstood, to be doubted, to be judged. But in that solitude, something miraculous happens. You begin to hear the real voice within. Not the voice of fear or conditioning, but the voice of the soul. It is calm, it is clear, it is ancient, and it is yours. Have you noticed how your inner voice has changed since you began awakening? How it no longer begs for validation but speaks with quiet certainty? That is not delusion, that is evolution. That is your third eye guiding you not just toward answers, but toward embodiment. Because this is not just about seeing, it's about becoming the vision, living it, breathing it, walking it every moment, even when no one is watching. You may also begin noticing time bending. Not in a sci-fi sense, but in the way you experience it. Time begins to feel less linear, more fluid. You may have déjà vu more often. You may start remembering things you never studied, knowing truths you were never taught. This is not fantasy. It is the activation of your multidimensional awareness. The third eye doesn't just show you the future, it shows you the timeless now, where all timelines converge. And in this sacred now, you begin to understand the deeper mechanics of manifestation. Not just visualizing what you want, but aligning your frequencies so deeply that reality has no choice but to respond. You realize that vision is not about seeing what's coming, it's about creating what's coming through the clarity of your vibration. You stop chasing. You start attracting. And what you attract matches the level of truth you are willing to embody. But let's go deeper. What if the third eye isn't just a tool for personal insight, but a portal into the collective consciousness? What if your visions are not just for you, but for the healing of others? We are all connected through an energetic web, and when your eye opens, you begin to see not only your role in this web, but your responsibility within it. You see suffering differently. You feel called not just to escape the illusion, but to transform it. This is when your inner seer becomes a sacred activist. You do not just meditate and escape, you meditate and return with clarity, with purpose, with power. You become a keeper of vision in a world that has forgotten how to see. And you do not force your vision onto others. You live it. You live it so fully, so authentically, that it becomes contagious. Others begin to awaken simply by being in your presence. You are not here to convince them. You are here to embody what they've forgotten. You become the lighthouse, not by shouting through the storm, but by shining so steadily that others remember the light within themselves. That is the true power of the third eye, not to escape the world, but to return to it with eyes that see clearly and a heart that loves deeply. But here's the final secret. The third eye is not the end of the journey. It is a gateway, a threshold, a turning point. When it fully activates, it does not just give you sight, it gives you vision. Vision that transforms not only how you see, but how you create. You become a conscious co-creator with the divine. Your life becomes art. Your relationships become sacred. Your choices become aligned. And your presence becomes medicine. So, are you ready to stop just looking and start seeing? Are you willing to shift your frequency so radically that reality itself begins to shift in response? Are you ready to become not just a seeker of truth, but a vessel for it? If so, the third eye is already awakening, and what it reveals will change everything. Part 3. The vision beyond vision. Becoming the embodiment of inner sight. When the third eye fully opens, it doesn't scream. It doesn't demand. It doesn't dazzle you with fireworks. Instead, it remembers you. It reflects back the truth of who and what you've always been, beneath the layers of conditioning, doubt, and distraction. That's why the most powerful spiritual openings often feel like coming home. Not to a place, but to a frequency. A frequency so familiar, so ancient, it feels like a memory from before this lifetime. You begin to realize that the eye between your brows is not just a mystical concept, it is a faculty of the soul. It is the part of you that was never asleep, only waiting. Waiting for you to slow down. Waiting for you to quiet the noise. Waiting for you to stop searching outside and finally look within. And when you do, what you find is not just light. You find responsibility. Because once you see, you must live what you see. What does it mean to live with your third eye open? It means becoming radically honest with yourself. It means no longer pretending not to feel what you feel. No longer shrinking your truth to protect someone else's comfort. No longer bypassing your intuition for the sake of logic or approval. It means aligning your life, your relationships, your choices, your words with what you know, not just what you've been taught. This level of alignment is rare, and it's uncomfortable because it requires you to constantly check in with your own vibration, to ask, am I in truth right now? Or am I in fear? Am I acting from soul or from survival? Am I choosing based on my highest knowing, or am I reacting from old wounds? These questions become your compass, and the more you ask them, the more refined your frequency becomes. Not perfect, not superior, just clear. Clarity is a gift of the third eye, but clarity also comes with consequence. You will see where others are lying to themselves. You will feel the energy behind their words, the tension between their smile and their vibration. And if you're not anchored in compassion, you may become judgmental. This is a trap. The third eye is not a weapon. It is not meant to make you feel above anyone. It is meant to make you available to truth, to love, to guidance from realms beyond the physical. You'll begin to receive messages not just in meditation, but in everyday life. In the way a stranger says something that answers your deepest question. In the way a bird flies at the perfect moment. In the way the lyrics of a song seem to speak directly to your soul. These are not coincidences. They are communications. They are confirmations from the field of intelligence that surrounds and permeates all things. And your third eye is the translator. But are you listening? Or are you still doubting what you feel? The most painful thing is not a closed third eye. It is an open third eye with a mind that refuses to trust it. At some point, you must make a choice. To believe that your inner knowing is valid. To believe that your visions are meaningful. To believe that your soul is wiser than any book, teacher, or tradition. That's the moment your inner sight becomes your inner authority. There will be times when your visions challenge everything you thought you knew. You may see a future that frightens you. You may receive a truth that dismantles your comfort. You may be shown a path that requires you to let go of everything familiar. And in those moments, you will want to retreat. But remember, your third eye doesn't show you what you want. It shows you what you need to evolve. And evolution is not always comfortable. It is sacred disruption. This is where the final and most important frequency shift must occur, from awakening to embodiment. Many stop at insight. They collect visions, downloads, epiphanies like spiritual fees. But the real work begins when you take those visions and live them, when you let them shape your behavior, your boundaries, your service. When you stop talking about awakening and start becoming a living transmission of it. Embodiment means walking through the world with your vision intact, even when others don't understand it. It means honoring your intuition in every decision, even when it defies logic. It means trusting the unseen more than the seen. It means no longer needing proof because you are the proof. You are the evidence that another reality is possible. One rooted in truth, vibration, and sacred alignment. And this is what makes you magnetic. When your third eye is open and integrated, people feel something in your presence. They don't know what it is, but they feel safer. They feel seen. They feel called to remember who they really are. You become a mirror not of their ego, but of their essence. And your mere presence becomes a catalyst for others to awaken. The third eye is not a destination. It is a beginning, a new way of being in the world, not from the mind, but from the soul, not from fear, but from frequency, not from seeking, but from seeing. And once you see, the only real question left is, what will you do with the vision you've been given? Will you hide it, or will you live it? Because the world doesn't need more people who can see the truth. It needs more people who are willing to live it, no matter the cost. You are not here to impress. You are here to illuminate. You are not here to escape. You are here to embody the bridge between the visible and the invisible. The third eye is open. The vision is clear. The path is yours.